Almost Live follows the real-life adventures of author, researcher, and survivalist Thomas Marcum. This show is presented in a raw footage format.
Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Almost Live. It's been actually over 30 days since we set out the game cameras. It's been raining a whole lot. You can probably hear the creek, this little creek behind me running real loud. It's going to be real difficult today to get to where I want to go, because I want to pick up those game cams, and the goal is to pick those up and leave one back. Plus I got game cams out in another locations. If you have watched the other episodes, you know I've got game cams in another location, at least one in another location. But this is going to be real slick and probably a little bit dangerous today. I'm going to try to set up another cam. I'm going to use this GoPro. I'm going to use it in my shirt pocket, hopefully, and you'll get to see more of, hopefully, more of what I'm doing instead of just the surroundings. And I know this might be difficult for you to hear right here because of the creek. We've had rain for like 7, 8, 10 days in a row. 50% chance of rain today. But I wanted to try to take this time to go up and get the game cam. So right now I'll cut the camera off, I'll put on my backpack, set up the other cam, and see if I can make my way up to the other cameras. Using the GoPro in my pocket wasn't working. It was making it sag, and all you seeing was the ground. So man, bugs are bad where it's wet. What I've done, I put it on my hat, and I'll use it that way so you can get a better idea of what's going on. Of course, there's another creek here to my right. There's one over this way, the main one that we just walked up. But the bugs is what's so bad. So I'm gonna put this hat on, and I'll use it. And then I'm gonna scout around a little bit and look for stuff and make my way to the game cams. And the bugs are terrible, gee whiz. Okay guys, we found some potential evidence of Bigfoot. This is what's known as a tree bend. It's kind of unnatural. I mean, I do know they bend in the wintertime, snow and things like that, and sometimes in the summer and winter. I mean, spring when it's rainy and stuff. But this year's had some limbs broke, as you can see, as well. This could have possibly been done, I guess, maybe by a bear, but very unlikely. Very unlikely. Looks like another one right down here. You can see bent over. So we will definitely keep our eye out on this part. Only thing about wearing this guy's GoPro on my hat is it makes my hat kind of heavy. But all right, I finally got the GoPro adjusted. I had to turn it around again. But I am going to head up the mountain now. All right, guys, what we got here is looks like we're one of the storms that blew over a tree. Yeah, you see the tree right in there. See that? The wind has just caught it just right or something and blew it over. Also, if you'll look, now this is where we found the first structure in season 1. The very first, probably the thing we found up in this area. As you can see, it's still there with those sticks laid across it. Totally unnatural. And we found the actual tree structure right up this way. So what we're going to do, we're going to probably go around this tree and look over in there, and then to continue on to the game cam. But I just wanted to show you that I've not found any tracks other than some deer tracks where it's rained so much. Any tracks we find would be probably pretty fresh. So hopefully it'd be nice to find some, because the ground's good and soft in most places. So maybe we'll find some. But for now, I'm gonna beat my way around this and see what we can find. And this looks like it's pretty secure. I'm gonna go under it. Normally I don't recommend going under or something like this. It's fell over. It is dangerous, but it appears to be wedged pretty good, so I think I'll chance it and go under it real quick. Cut the camera off. Guys, I got to show you this. This is totally unnatural. It's something that humans would do if they could reach it. But I'm right at 6'4", and this limb does not touch my head. But something has took it and broke it back and pinned it back. And it might have been a 7 foot tall person, but I don't know of any. I lived here almost all my life, but the biggest person I know is about 6'7", 6'8", and I doubt them being back in here. But something has broke that. That's not been the wind, another limb, or anything like that. It's not been hit. And what's odd is right there's the old structure. You see it bending over? That's where the old structure was. So I'm gonna head on up this way and go around to the cameras. But of course I'm gonna keep my eye out for anything that looks unusual, or just like that there. There's no way that was the wind, or a person, or just a normal person walking through would break that. I thought I seen something move over there. Could have been the wind, I guess. But yeah, that's not normal movement. I mean, that's not a normal break there. That's nothing a person would do, or a bear, or anything like that. So evidently they broke that out of the way because it was in the way of them walking. And it must have been pretty good size. All right, I'm gonna head on up this way. I know the creek's kind of loud and you're probably having a hard time hearing me, but I'm gonna ease on up this way. It's gonna be slick, but I can do it. Okay guys, I had to stop and take a break. I'm not gotten myself in shape yet this year, especially climbing these big steep hills. And I'm wearing a hat, which normally I don't like to wear a hat because it just makes me too hot. But today I'm trying to use that GoPro where we can get some different footage and different angles and things like that. But I'm telling you, that hat just burns me up. My hair is just wet with sweat. I'll turn the camera around where you can see. I'm just a sweaty mess. So I had to stop and take my backpack off and drink me a little bit of water, cool myself down. Always, when you're out in the mountains, try to know your limitations. If you see you're getting too tired, too winded, too hot, too sweaty, it don't hurt to stop and take 5-10 minute break, and then continue on. This mountain out through here is not going anywhere, so I can take a few minutes rest and still go on to where I need to go. A lot of it has to do with that, like I said, that hat. Normally I don't wear a hat, but sometimes if ticks are real bad, which they are bad this year, or I'm going to use a camera like that, I'll wear a hat. As you can see right there's one of the old X's from season 1, still here. I got cameras, 2 cameras out this way and then 1 over the mountain. So I want to put my stuff back on and head back that way. All right, you can see we are at the old swampy-like place. I really don't know. I guess it's a sump hole type thing where the water bubbles up. If you remember, this is where we had our camera over there and it was attacked by the bear. If you'll remember, there was also several stick formations right over this way, and something that looked like a trail marker. All that was in season 1. Right now we're going to try to make our way around to the game cam. It's not very far now. And I was looking at my Fitbit, and it says we've been, it looks like almost 3 miles already, which is not a lot. But when it's uphill like that and you've not done it much this year, it's a pretty good drag on you. Time we get back, we'll probably be hitting 6 or 7 miles today. Maybe more, who knows. But I'm gonna cut this camera off. I'll leave the GoPro going, and the game cam should be right over in here somewhere. All right, Just so you know too, I don't have any game cams that have GPS or anything like that on them. I have to rely on my memory and where I put them at and things like that, and my familiarity with the area. So, you know, it's kind of hard sometimes when you get out 10, 12 game cams and remember where they all are. And right now I only got out 4 right now, but I got nothing here in my backpack I'm gonna swap out somewhere. All right, I'm gonna cut this off and ease around this way. Game cam, which I had right here. The batteries were totally dead on it, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, who knows. I got it in the backpack. I'm gonna go on to the other game cam, which is at the head of this holler. I'm gonna go to it and see what we got there. But the first one, the battery was totally dead, so I couldn't even see how many pictures it had on it or whatever. So but, I'm gonna head on around. All right, guys, upon arriving at this game cam, I see we have a problem with it. See the battery on the ground? Something has tore the bottom off of it. Something has tore the bottom off of it. Just gotta hope they didn't get the, there was a tick too. Hope it didn't tear up the SD card so we can see what tore it up. I'm gonna set this phone down just for a second. All right. I'm gonna take this backpack off and put this one up too. I have no idea what tore that up, but if I was guessing, I'd probably say a bear. Sometimes they like to smell the batteries or rubber and stuff like that. About 3 of the 4 batteries. I don't see the other one, so maybe he got him one and got out. I don't know. That's a brand new game cam as well. It done an excellent video, but I was afraid that it was too easily to get into it and break into it, which it appears that it was. So I may have to use it when I do my ghost hunting. That way it's, you know, I get some use out of it. Even though the game cam wasn't that expensive, you still don't want to lose one, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'll be able to use it or not from here on out. I'll find out. But I'll put this one up. That leaves us one more. That's the one I was worried about them tearing into. Well, dookie. Oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. That's the way it goes sometimes. It's hard to say what got into it, but when we get home, maybe we'll find out. We'll put it in the fly bit me. We'll put it in the computer. The chip was still in it, the SD card, the micro SD card. So maybe we'll find out what was in it, what did it anyway. But my guess is a bear. My guess is a bear. We'll find out though. All right, I'm gonna put this backpack on and head to the third one. Now this last game cam is over next to the creek. You probably won't be able to hear me, so what I'll do, I'll just walk over that way and find it, hopefully. If the creek ain't washed it away or something ain't happened to it. And get it and see maybe about setting this other one somewhere. I'll probably have to cut the camera off so I can hunt this game cam. I'm not 100% sure where it was at. Look at that big old black snake. Okay, what I did, I got away from that noise of the creek so I could do the my log off, my final video of the episode. Today was a good day. We found some possible Bigfoot structures. Of course, we won't know what's on the game cams until we get them home, put them on the computer. That one game cam had a little bit of battery life left. It had 152 videos. That's a whole bunch, and it could just be nothing but the creek or the wind or whatever. I'll probably, if there's anything significant in the videos, in the game cams, I will edit it into the episode. If not, they'll just appear at the end if it's anything kind of interesting, normal animals. But I do believe there's Bigfoot in there, in that area. I've just seen too much stick formations and things like that, and breaks. The one game cam was broken and tore up. It's probably not going to be usable anymore. That was the first time I ever had it out in the woods, and the way it's designed, I was kind of afraid that might happen. But it does excellent 1080p video. So what I may have to do, I got another brand new one at home I bought. I'll probably just start using them either at home for security purposes, or I'll take them ghost hunting with me, because we do ghost hunting and things like that, and they're good set up if anything triggers them, of course, you catch an entity or something like that. But that's probably what I'll have to do with those. They're not going to be strong enough to use in the mountains, because if this was a bear, it would easily tore that off, and I'd say that's probably what it was. But today's been a good day. The rain did hold off. I'm soaking wet, but it's from sweat because the humidity is so high. As you could probably see during the video, the ground is real moist. You can see where the water's been running and from the rain. I don't think I'm scared of rain today. Just trying to think of what I want to tell you. But overall, it's a good day. So I'll go ahead and end this episode, and I'll see you for the next. And remember, we still got another game cam out over in a real good Bigfoot area where I caught the game cam picture of one before, and we had some exciting stuff happen over there during the last episode, of course. But all right, y'all be good, and I'll see you next episode.